It's a new day here on the Isle of Skye, and Juliet and I have got up quite early to get to a place called Armadale to get to the ferry, which is in front of us, over to a place called Mulliag on the mainland. Now the whole point of this is it saves a little bit of time on getting to the Glenfinnan Viaduct later today, but also it's a good thing to do, and hopefully we'll get some nice views out across the sea. Although it is very cloudy, misty and rainy, so we'll get back to you if we find anything interesting to look at. And here we are on the ferry. We've just left Armadale over there, going away quite quickly actually, and we have a nice view out down the sea in this direction, where it's still a bit cloudy, but if we turn around we've got a much clearer view out to the side. And here we have some more of a slightly blustery view out on our little trip across the sea. Very nice, lots of interesting clouds though. Bit of a car alarm situation behind it because the boat is moving around a little bit. Bit of a spin round through the rain. There is some very nice sky over there, and hopefully that's what we'll have for the rest of the day. So we are getting much closer to Mulliag, probably pronouncing that correct. Just in the distance there you might be able to see it. Not too long a ferry journey, it's only about 40 minutes or so, and very pleasant, especially as the rain's not been too bad. We've got this very interesting view ahead of us of the sun and the clouds, very nice to see. And yeah, all in all, a very nice ferry journey. We are here at the Glenfinnan Viaduct, which is partly famous for Harry Potter, partly famous for just being a really nice viaduct. Now the viaduct is there in the distance, looking very nice. Now this is a no drone zone, looking at that there. I have a feeling that flying a drone tends to cause problems when there's a train coming across the viaduct. But the viaduct's over there, and we're going to head underneath the viaduct, up the other side, and hopefully get a good view of the train which comes through here every day from Fort William down to Mulliag, where we got the ferry to.
We are now at a viewpoint over the Glenfinnan Viaduct. We are waiting for the Jacobite Steam Railway. This is one of the most scenic train journeys in the UK, if not the world. We may come back and do it another day, but for now we are waiting for the steam train, and we'll get back to you when the train is over this viaduct. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the steam of the Jacobite steam train. You can just see it entering now. It is going quite slow. It goes quite slow around here because everyone knows that we're here to look at it, and also the people on the train are here to look at the view out from the valley. So it's a win-win for everyone. For some reason, it seems that the train carriage is actually facing the wrong way, so we don't have a nice view of the front of the train. Seven carriages on here today. As you can hear, it's quite noisy. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Sure, now this viaduct will return to its empty place, and the train will be coming back in approximately 4 hours' time.
So we're now just walking around the arches, and we've got this lovely view a bit closer to the viaduct, and we can see the loch and the mountains in the distance, which is very nice. We're now going to leave here and head down the way just a little bit to a museum to learn more about how the viaduct was built, and then we'll be heading into Fort William. So we've gone back to the car park, and there's just one last thing to see, which is this nice walk up a little hill, see the Glenfinnan monument in the foreground and the loch/river shield in the background. Really pretty view, and there may be another view of the viaduct up here will do, but otherwise it'll be the museum next. We are now here at the reasonably interesting museum here at the station near the viaduct, and it's just a little thing you can go into, nothing too interesting, but it gives you a good history of the viaduct and how it was built.
We are now in the tea room. There is George, tea and cake. They've got an exhibition at the moment, photography of how they built the place. And it is really rather pleasant, and it is very cheap to get in here. So we are sitting, having a cup of tea, and there will be a real train at the station imminently.
So as Juliet just said, hopefully you heard, but this is a old train car, old dining car here in Glenfinnan, with a cafe at the back and a little bit of seating and exhibition at the front. And it is very, very pleasant. Very reasonably priced. Only £1 for a coffee and a cake. Excellent. We did donate a touch more because that seems a bit cheap to us. Though we have some information on the walk to Glenfinnan Viaduct, which we could have done earlier. Yep, all in all, well worth doing. Apparently we can go and have a look up in the signal car, which we might do. And there's also a sleeping car here to look at, but it looks a little bit shut. And here we have a very nice view of Glenfinnan train station itself, with the tracks and the view in the distance. If I spin round, you got the view towards Fort William, with the signal box in the foreground. We have now reached Fort William, and along with buying some stuff for dinner and having a little snack, we're just having a nice walk down the high street and going into the shops and generally enjoying being in civilization again. Next stop for us is tonight's accommodation, and then tomorrow we'll be doing some walking around a place called Kinloch Leven. We are now here in Glen Nevis, and this is where people come to go up Ben Nevis, the big old hill here. So we've come here for the youth hostel because we were just going to Fort William. Now we were planning on going up Ben Nevis originally, but we've decided we're actually going to be heading elsewhere for various reasons, but that's our decision. So we've just come here to have a nice drink in the restaurant I just showed, and we're now heading back up the way to our youth hostel. It's probably going to be the last video of the day, but tomorrow we will be heading round the coast a little bit and up a loch to a place called Kinloch Leven, and we'll be having a walk around there. So we'll see you tomorrow.